Hello everyone, this is Sharon Creations by Carrie. We have resin we're going to play with today. And this is for the people who are scared to use it. First I want to show you what I did the other day, last week I think. Filled these molds. I did a little playing, mixed some colors, made some colors. Just used a mold that would be used for hot glue gun, the Mod Podge mold. They're not shiny. So I was finding anytime you used a mold, it wasn't shiny. So, and I combined colors. Well, if the color's too dark, it is going to take away your light color unless you wait a little bit. So I didn't wait as long. There's the multicolored owl. It's got some bluish purple. There's butterfly, which looks like it's pink and purple. Turned out cute. And that's the birds that look like they're, I think it's lavender. This one looks pink. This looks pink. These look lavender. And that could be because of the blues against it. But they're dull. So I wanted to show you. I found a way around it. So you could use whatever mold you want. So if you take, we'll take the two things that are similar. This is no Mod Podge. This is Mod Podge. They were both dull. I put Mod Podge on this one. And now you have a shine, which looks like you poured the resin in a silicone mold meant for resin. And this is just the mold. So if you don't care that it's shiny, you don't have to they say put a seal on it. Well, I did. I just didn't do a resin seal. But I did this earlier, a few hours ago, just light paint, thin coat on, and it's shiny as if I put it in a resin mold. Same thing, did that to the bird. He's got a shine to it. Now, depending on how shiny you want it, it depends on how you apply it. You would apply it just like you would on the bottle of what it says on the Mod Podge. These are the exact same birds in the mold, just opposites of each other in the mold. Shiny. So, this is gloss Mod Podge. So, if you want it to be, see, now to get it that shiny, you would have to do a light sand. There's a whole process to try to get it that shiny. In reality, I don't have the patience. But if you don't want to spend the excessive amount of money that most molds cost, or if you want to find some on Temu or AliExpress where they're fairly cheap, but some of them are ridiculous. So you could shine it up depending on how many layers of Mod Podge you want to go. Because most of us already have Mod Podge in our arsenal, and it's expensive for the resin seal, even on Temu. So if I want to give it a little pop, I would put it on, do a light sand. I forgot what grit it said. Then it did the 000 steel wool, and do up to 5 layers. I don't want to. And you can see without the light reflecting on it, hopefully you can, that there's a difference. Shine and no shine. So I put it on there so I didn't get anything messy and I could just pick it up. So these are the pieces that I have repeatedly done. But I wanted to show you because last video, if you had seen it, I said that I would show what I had done after I had done these. Let them. Oh, there's some flex to that one. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, there's flex to that one too. Interesting. Alright, gotta find a spot for those. Dump those on the table behind me. Okay, so for those of you that are absolutely petrified and look at resin and go, absolutely not, there's no way. Well, I am here to tell you, it is okay. It is absolutely okay for you to resin. It is not scary. I totally understand the fear and looking at it and watching people do it and go, yeah, I don't think so. My cup's still dirty. Because I had that kit for jewelry for, I want to say roughly 6 months. And every time I pulled it out, I was just like, nope, not ready for that. So why do they have the grooves on the inside? Well, that's so stupid. Didn't even notice that. The measurements are on the inside, not the outside. Well, that's dumb because why would you put measurements on the inside? So what you're going to take is equal parts. This is the Mod Podge one that I think I got at Hobby Lobby. Walmart carries it also. This stuff works pretty good. I do not like UV resin. I won't ever use it again. This is a high gloss resin, so it's high gloss when you put it in the proper mold. But I'm gonna mix a bunch and hope that I have enough molds. I'm afraid that I'm gonna make too much. I've seen a lot of people make too much. So you do equal parts. They say, oh, put it in a different container and mix them together. Yeah, watch me not do that. Because you don't need to. I haven't figured out why they say you have to. If you're going to mix multiple colors, then even then, I still didn't. I mixed a bunch of colors and I still didn't. I can't see. I needed to mark the lines on the outside because apparently you can't mark the grid line. Something tells me this is just going to be a crap ton too much. Because I'm not feeling I can't even see. Okay. If I could see. Okay. So I'm going to do an imaginary line. So 3/4 up. 3/4 up. Why does it look like twice as much? Okay. So my plan is to do a light tint to some of it. But first we have to mix. I don't get that. There's something I don't understand. I don't know. Reason why you put it in 2 different containers and pour it together? Because you don't mix them. You're not mixing it as much, so you don't get as many bubbles. But I don't care what they say. You still, I did it that way, and you still end up with bubbles. So you see how frosty it is. So hopefully I can get this video done before my husband makes a bunch of noise. You're mixing until it's not cloudy. It's basically, then you know it's mixed. Oh, yeah, the dog's gonna start in. And it's already getting cool. It's already, the fogginess is starting to lift because I'm getting it good and mixed. There's a ton of bubbles. I don't know if you can tell how clear that is. There is a lot of bubbles. I'll give it that. But I have a way around that. That's how we get rid of a lot of the bubbles. But you also let it sit a minute or so. And so what I'm going to do, this is actually a mold for wax seal, as they say. It could, I never looked beyond that description. So there's a good chance that it's meant for resin too, but I have these dried flowers. So, and I have these left over from the kit. So I am going to make little discs. No rhyme or reason. I have no intent on use for these because I just wanted to show that yes, it can be scary. I understand, and I want to show you how it's not. Just use my fingers because I swear I cannot pick these dried flowers up with my tweezers. Dropping them in there. I tried putting some resin in, I think prior. Dang, tweezers. And they seemed to float anyway. So it was a no, it didn't matter. They want to float anyway. So apparently, ow, pinch my finger. This could be pretty color combination. Guess I could make jewelry with them. Yeah, pretty purple. Do we want to double it up? Let's double one of them up anyway. We'll do a single. Oh, let's see. Dropping those in. Don't think it matters on which side. Guess I like that one on the top better. I'll stick that one over there. This is what takes the most time, is getting your little things in. Okay, absolutely my favorite color. Can't pick this one up. So I definitely am going to put a teal in with the blue because I love the color combo. And who knows, I might be able to turn these into earrings. Oops, I just plucked one. These reverse tweezers are obnoxious. They're not working good with these dry flowers. Okay. So now, let's see. I think I'm gonna leave that one there. Put that one. I'm gonna do white on that one, so that'll be purple and white. I think that's what I want to do. That's what's happening. So this one could be, those look sad. These need to go together. So this could be like a necklace pendant. Okay, that's all my dried flowers. I don't have any left. I'm trying to get these little stray pieces to add some to these less than ones. Okay, so that's it. I'm tapped out of dried flowers. Are you All right, so we're gonna try. Sorry, I was having a little side conversation with the hubby. All right, so we're gonna go for it. There's still quite a bit of bubbles. Hopefully, I have enough. If not, I will make more. I was afraid to make too much, and now I don't think I made enough for all of them. I don't want them wafer thin either. Woo! There's more control if I put it in a smaller cup. I have a few small cups. And this is not you're not gonna see the end result this time because it'll be like a part two because I'm not very good at editing, but I will come back. I think it's Tuesday. So I will come back, or it's Wednesday morning. So Thursday morning I will do a part two to show you that it needs 24 hours to cure. I'm not playing editing games because one, I'm not tech savvy, and two, I need to use my phone, and I'm not tech savvy to know how to clip the videos together. So I tried. I need to look it up, I guess, if I'm going to do more stuff like this. Let's see. This is not difficult. Now, if you just don't ever want to try resin, I understand. But if you do and you're nervous about it, I just want to show you that there's nothing to be nervous about. Alright, so it looks like I got that one filled pretty good. Hard to see when it's not tinted. Crap. Stop. There we go. Alright, so is it this one that needs a little bit more? This one needs a little bit more. Think that's filled enough? So it looks like I've got just a slight lip on mold. And the smaller containers are much easier to control. Which I planned on tinting, but just I like them clear so that you can see the flowers. If I was doing something else, like a shape or something, then I probably would. And if I have any left, I'll show you how quick and easy it is to tint using alcohol inks. Now, the one thing about alcohol inks that I've learned is, you can see in the previous molds that I did, is if you're going to do a really light color, you either should let it sit and cure and then add the darker color. Although I think it'll get lost anyway. So if you're gonna color your resin, I would keep it on the light side, the background color. Okay, so I have a little bit left. I might have to take some of this out. This one here. And instead of sanding it, I take my tool and I scoop it back out. Because that's a whole lot of unnecessary work to sand. Whereas this just simply lowers it so that you don't have a dome. I'm trying to see if I still am going to end up with a dome, so I think I need to take just a little bit more. That I definitely wanted to show you, that you can just scoop it back out. You don't have to. Oh, that baby's floating. I'm noticing that the ones that came in the jewelry set float more than the temu ones. And I guess that's by choosing this to do this type that it's going to happen. But I think it's, as long as you have it covered, And you're possibly going to have to go back and push it down before it totally cures. Except I don't want to mess with it once it starts. Because then you'll get the pucker. Now, I think if I can see correctly, there's a slight lip on this one. This one's already floating. Okay, so correction. It takes a little bit longer for the temu ones to float. I still feel like this is too full compared to the other ones. And it could be my eyes playing tricks on me. Okay, I think it's down more. But I might have to sand that because I went up too high and it's going to have an edge anyway. So, wondering if I need to do a little bit more in each one of them to bring them up for the ones that are lower, so that, oops, dribbled it across. No biggie. As long as I don't fill them too much. Oh, shoot. That's okay. I didn't overdo it. Don't have to scoop. Okay, this white one here looks, well, okay. Why do I have, oh, look at that baby's going up. That all depends on what you choose to put in it. The flowers, I think, should stand alone. Oh, look at that one. Apparently, I have a single white one and a single purple one. So what can happen is I can make earrings out of the purple and white. And then the single purple one can be the necklace to it. And so the purple and white can be worn with that. These being earrings, that being the necklace. This being the earrings, that being a necklace. Or this one being the necklace and these two being earrings. Alright, I think I took out way too much on this one. A little harder to see with these type of molds. So there's not much in there. So when you're doing the dry flowers, I would not put glitter, don't put any other bits in it. I would keep it clear. I mean, you can do I would say a very light tint to it, if you wanted it tinted, I would not go dark. I would not do all the bits. Because I did that once in the previous video of the resin, and you couldn't see the pretty flowers in them. They got lost with the glitter and the bits and all that. So, what I want to show you, see now everybody hits it with heat. So I'm going to do a quick heat hit and see if that releases any of the bubbles, because that's supposed to be what happens. So we're going to do, sorry about the noise. I can see the bubbles popping, a lot of the bubbles popping. Hey, that was wicked full. I'm gonna have to take some of that out. You can definitely tell that I put too much in this one, in the corner here. Because when I was trying to remove the bubbles, I could see it, how high it was. And that makes it harder when you do the clear, because it's harder to see. Now, you only got like 20-30 minutes. And I'm a slow crafter, so there's a big bubble right there. I don't know about you, but I ain't got patience to sit there and poke all the tiny little bubbles. Because there's a lot in this one. Which, stick a pin in it, doesn't seem to want to break them. This goes into my culinary background. Where did that bubble come from? Oh, alright. Okay. Culinary background's popping in right here. This is what I do to try to release some of the bubbles. You know how you chop a bacon? When you're baking, you make cake. You're not supposed to touch resin, but I am. Well, as you can see, I'm not using gloves. I see people use gloves all the time. As you can see, you don't really get dirty unless you touch it, like I just did. So it's going to take time for some of the bubbles to come to the top, and roughly 30 minutes. I could probably heat it with the heat again and see if I can get those bubbles out. But I don't know if it's some are popping, some are not. You see a bunch in that one that's just moving around. Yeah, I'm not chasing bubbles. So that's not going to be enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it. Once you pour resin, you should really leave it alone. So we have this. We have this cup that still has some in it. So let's see, what color do I want to make with the rest of this? It's getting a little thick, so time is... I'm doing one drop because alcohol ink, you don't need a lot. And I forgot to shake the glue. And I got resin all over my hand. That's why you're supposed to wear gloves, so that you don't get it all over your hands. But it's on my cup, and I don't know about a lot of people, but I can't feel, I have to feel whatever project I'm working on. So I think I'm just going to go with one drop of each to make my teal, as if I don't have enough teal pieces, right? But I think there's another mold. I definitely want to do another teal owl. Nope, I missed my pink butterfly. There's pink butterfly. Didn't demold. Okay, so let's see. I got these. I try to like mash it to try to pop the bubbles.